going on, everybody? Welcome back, if so, to another market update video here at Benefit Central. I'm Benjamin, and today Bitcoin in the S&P charts. But before I get right into the market, please hit a like, drop a comment, and if you could subscribe, I'd greatly appreciate it. Everybody, the market did reject how we anticipated. However, almost forming a head and shoulders pattern. I was actually accepting this as long as we could close above 1600. However, as you can tell, we closed below 1600, which we ended up shorting to the indicator, which was just a bit of profits, nothing too crazy. However, we are finding a bit of support at our 50 moving average. Realistically, it's up to, you could buy into 1600 right now, but it is realistically up to how today wants to close. It is 12, so I mean we have a few hours before the market actually ends up kicking in, and we see the S&P 500 trickle into the market as well as at around 5 to 6 o'clock. Especially seeing that crypto starts its new weekly as well, between 5 and 6. Usually, sometimes we get a new weekly on Saturdays as well, which is a bit interesting. However, looking at the daily, you can tell that we are in still somewhat of this ascending channel. We did break out just a tad bit towards the bearish side. However, once we did end up breaking that 1600 level, we ended up finding some support, like I said, around the moving average. So as long as we can continue and close above inside 1600, I will be longing 1600, anticipating that we continue bullish, get a bullish 180 with another candle and continue back up. However, if we do fail to close above 1600 today within the next few hours, I am anticipating that we are going to continue much lower, and this would just be a pivot point for a GBI. The next daily touching, maybe wicking above, maybe touching our indicators depending where this curves down, depending on how low we close, and actually rejecting and pushing back down much further. And honestly, the price range we're looking at for this is around either the bottom, the M of our W, or the top of our W at neckline. So we're either looking at 1250 or $1,000 flat for Ethereum. And honestly, those would be some interesting prices to see. Yet again, the Fed coming in and swooping in some discounted prices. I would just be very, very careful trying to put any kind of trades in just right now. Like I said, realistically, if we can close above 1600 for Ethereum, that would be a good long. If we were to close below, that would be a good short, anticipating that we were to continue to fall. So as of right now, realistically, you do have a few hours before you can really anticipate your next move for the daily. However, looking in on the weekly, you can see I do believe possibly that this is a new candle. Excuse me. But yeah, that this is possibly a new candle for us, and that we are actually waiting to see how far this goes down. Now, if we were to come all the way down and touch 1250, like I had said, that would be around our 200 moving average for the weekly, and for 1600, and that would be the top. That bottom would be around 1,000 right here, probably around that one right there. Would it be around that? No, definitely around this one. Our triple bottom would be around 1990. So I mean, we have our price. If we break the 200 moving average, we do have that 1990 $1,000 price range for Ethereum of holding us at that triple bottom, which we can maybe wick down to, or maybe not even touch at all, due to how over sold we are on all of our time frames. Realistically, if you were to dive into our monthly, we are getting pretty oversold as well, but we are forming that little doji that we would like for the monthly. However, we do still have another week left in this month, so it will be pretty interesting to see which direction we go towards or would like to go towards. If we do close like this, at least like a doji, I would anticipate that the next month is just an RBI confirmation. We end up going back up. However, if we end up next week or so coming fully down, then I would anticipate that we are going to close and then possibly form a doji, or not a doji, but a GBI with this bullish candle, which is pretty insane, just because we finally pushed ourselves all the way back into 1600 level, which is showing bullish momentum, which is most likely why this candle didn't get to wick all the way down. However, speaking a little bit too in advance, we do still have 7 days before, or a week or so before this actually closes, so we still have room and time to move down. So do be cautious of that. However, I am looking, my second entry, if it wasn't already in 1600, my second entry would be buying past into this, obviously, just as it's a bull 180. However, just be careful because that is also TP1 for our 1600 entry. So just be careful with entering any trades. Remember, before you get into the market, always have a reason. Before you leave, always have a reason. Looking at the S&P, just to show you guys where that left off, I won't get into it too much. We did end up closing below. We did end up closing below with the GBI, and as you've seen lately in cryptos, GBIs have pushed us extremely low. So I am curious about how this is going to open in the next few hours. If we do get that open, it will be pretty interesting to see. Most likely come back down, touch indicators, however close they realistically get. However, last week we did call that it was going to drop at least back down to support around 4150, and it's almost doing so as of right now. Just depends on how this daily comes out and closes, and where we end up actually closing for tomorrow, for the next day, just because we do get that daily open and weekly open today for the S&P 500 on Sunday between 5 to 6. So it is a bit interesting. I mean, if we were to fall and continue bearish, this is a complete bullish scenario. Triple bottom, almost double bottom formation, and then a retest for security, and then for support right here above neckline, and then we just continue to rip. Now being overbought, we just found some rejection. So realistically, we just got to come back down and find some support. If we were to just use the Fibonacci retracement, I mean 50% retracements back down to 4,000 for the S&P 500. So I mean, it can get a bit interesting, a bit dicey for the markets. However, it's realistically just where we close, because we could find support right here, honestly. So we do just need to find where we can close. Hopefully, if we can close above our 20 moving average for the S&P 500 on the weekly, that'll continue our bullish momentum and could potentially lead the markets and be a good catalyst to continue to influence the crypto as well, crypto markets forward. However, diving into Bitcoin before we leave today, as you can tell, we did end up getting that rejection. Nothing really bullish about anything it's been doing lately. Curving, not a great curve and cross for the bullish momentum. We did get that momentum. However, as you see, it is choppy, very, very choppy, and sideways consolidation. Usually these do end up breaking bearish, and as you can tell, we are kind of in the front pivot of that. The only thing that's different about this is we crossed bullish, so there is some bullish hope. However, as of right now, it's not really looking for it. If we end up breaking the 21,500 level, which we have, but I mean really break it, like we continue to break it, because as of right now, we've been trying to hold the 21,500. If we do end up or 23,500, my bad, excuse me, we will anticipate that we end up touching, oh no, yeah, I was correct. I don't know why it was loading for so long. The 21,500, if we end up breaking the 21,500, which I don't really think so, just because we are getting this acorn and bull 180. But if we end up, I thought this was up here, that would have been crazy. That's why I looked at the prices, it was just totally off. But now that we actually did fully break back down, and we had our that it's about to happen at this point, that we get a bearish cross again, a reversal, if we can't keep hopes up right here with this 21,500, almost 20,000 level, 21,000 level. So we ended up breaking that 21,500, bringing momentum all the way back down to 20,500, almost 21,000. Getting this bear or bull 180 right here. Sorry guys, just a little tongue tied today. But see if we could get enough momentum to push us back up into here. If we cannot find support right here and we end up breaking this, then obviously expect us back down to our triple bottom support around 18,500, and then worst case scenario again, like I called a few days ago or even last week, 17,500 once again revisiting, maybe claiming a double bottom again, maybe claiming some more support. However, as you guys do know, the more that we do tap support, the weaker the support gets, and then we end up breaking bearish or breaking through it. So do just be careful putting any trades, any longs right now. The market is in a very interesting spot, of course, as well as very, very interesting catalysts that are coming into the market, as well as emerge, inflation reports, and as well as regulations amongst cryptos, Celsius, Coinbase. There's a lot of things that are going on in the crypto markets that you don't want to be caught up in. If there's rug pulls, or if there's news that people don't like, or anything happens that people really aren't prepared for. But other than that, everybody, this was just another quick market update video for you guys, and I will catch you guys in the next one. Ciao.